Naresh in turn gave 1/3 of what he received. 1/3 of 1/4. That is 1/12 he gave to Jayant. 1/12 he gave to Jayant means Naresh will have 1/4 minus 1/12 means 1/6. So, Subodh, Naresh and Jayant have money in the ratio of 3/4 is to 1/6 is to 1/12. LCM is how much? 12. 4 3s are 3 3s are 9 is to 6 2s are 12 ones. So, they have the money in the ratio of 9 is to 2 is to 1. What is the data given here? If the difference between the amount of Naresh and Jayant is 200, Naresh and Jayant there is a difference of 1 share. 1 share value is 200 means how much did Subodh give? Subodh given how many shares? Subodh gave how many? 3. What is the value of 3 shares? 1 share value is 200 means 3 shares value will be more. More by less into 200, 600 rupees. Otherwise, if you are smart enough, no need this much calculation. What are the fractions that we got in this problem? 1/4, 1/3. 1/3, 1/4 and 1/3. These are the two fractions we got in the problem. What is the LCM of 4 and 3? 12. So assume the shares of Subodh be 12. Subodh gave 1/4. 1/4 of 12 shares is 3 shares. So he is having 9 shares. And Naresh in turn gave 1/3. 1/3 of 3 shares is 1 share. He is giving 2 shares. Directly you can take 9 is to 2 is to 1. Next. 14 men can complete 14 men can complete a work in 12 days. Four days after they started the work, 2 more men joined them. 4 days after they started the work, 2 more men joined them. How many days will they take to complete the remaining work? How we solve this? 15 men will do a piece of work in 12 days. 4 days after they started the work, after 4 days, what happened? After 4 days, what happened? 2 more men not yet come. The train has not come. What is the position? All the 4 days these people worked, is it not? The latest position is 14 men will have 8 days work. Now 2 more men came. 16 men will do the work in how many days? If 14 men can do the work in 8 days, 16 men increase means less number of days. Less by more into 8. 8 twos, 2 7. So many days? 7 days. And 4 by 5 of the remaining on another day. If there were 30 pages unread, how many pages did the book contain? How many pages did the book contain? Simple problem. A boy read 3 by 8 of the book on one day means one book minus 3 by 8 means 5/8 of the book is left. So, second day he read 4/5 of the remaining means 4 by 5 of 5 by 8, that is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 he read on second day. 5 by 8 minus 1 by 2 is 1/8 of the book is left. This 1/8 of the book is equal to how many pages? So 1/8 of the book is equal to 30 pages means one full book will be equal to 240 pages. One full book that equals to 240 pages. Next problem. A's and B's incomes. A's and B's incomes are in the ratio of 4:3. And their expenses are in the ratio of 3:2. If both save rupees 400 each, what is the difference between A's and B's salaries? What is the difference between A's and B's salaries? See here, for a ratio we cannot add or we cannot subtract directly. So if the salaries, incomes are in the ratio of 4:3 means, assume that 4x and 3x are 4x and 3x are the incomes. If they are in the ratio, if you join a variable with the ratio, you can take them as incomes. So if the incomes are in the ratio of 4:3 means, let the incomes be 4x and 3x. Income minus saving is expenditure. Income minus expenditure is saving. Expenditure plus saving is income. Is it not? Whatever way we like, we can take in that manner. So both save rupees 400 means from 4x the saving 400, from 3x the saving 400 is subtracted. From the income, if you subtract the saving, after that if you can find the ratio between the Income minus saving means expenditure. If you find the ratio between the savings, the ratio becomes how much he told? 3:2. Find the value of x. Find the value of x means product of the extremes is equal to the product of the means. Product of the extremes is equal to product of the means. 9x minus 1200 is equal to 8x minus 800. X is equal to 400, is it not? X is equal to 400. But the question asked is the difference between the incomes of A and B. 4x and 3x, what is the difference? 1x. So the difference is 400 only. The difference of their salaries is 400 only. Next problem. Rupees 128. Rupees 128 is made up of rupee 1 50 pice and 25 pice coins. Rupees 128 is made up of rupee 1 50 pice and 25 pice coins in the proportion of 4:5:6. 4:5:6. Find the number of 25 pice coins. This problem is important. Model on coins. What is the data given here? 128 rupees are converted into three forms. 1 rupee coins, 50 pice coins and also 25 pice coins. In what proportion they have converted? 4:5:6. 4:5:6 means you can understand in two ways. The total coins they made into 15 parts. 4 parts are 1 rupee, 5 parts are 50 pice, 6 parts are 25 pice. Otherwise, for every 4 1 rupee coins, they made 5 50 pice coins and 6 25 pice coins. And finally, the output is how many 25 pice coins or how many 50 pice coins or how many total number of coins are there. What we have to do is simple thing. Coins ratio is given in the problem. If the coins ratio is given, write down the ratio of their values. 1 rupee coins are 4 means the value is 4 rupees. 1 rupee coins are 4 means the value is 4 rupees. 50 pice coins are 5 means the value is 2 rupees 50 pice. 25 pice coins are 6 means the value is 1 rupee 50 pice. So 4 rupees, 250 and 150, total becomes 8 rupees. For 8 rupees, how many 25 paise coins we got? How many we got? 6. In what proportion? According to the proportion given in the problem, 4:5:6. For 8 rupees, if the number of 25 paise coins are 6, then for 128 rupees, how many coins of 20 paise are there? Compared with 8 rupees, 128 rupees, the coins will be more. So more by less into 6. 96 25 paise coins will be there. 96 25 paise coins will be there. And in the coins problem, this is one model. And a second model can also be asked in this. The problem may be like, write down 378 coins. Here rupees are given, here coins are given. 378 coins consists of 378 coins consists of rupee 1, 50 paise and 25 paise coins. 378 coins consists of rupee 1, 50 paise and 25 paise coins, whose values are proportional to 13:11:7. Whose values are proportional to 13:11:7. Find the number of 50 paise coins. You observe the difference between the two problems. Here rupees is given, here coins are given. Here coins ratio is given, here values ratio is given. But finally the output is, the question is same. How many 25 paise coins or how many 50 paise coins are there? What we did in the earlier problem, when the coins ratio was given, we have written down the ratio of the values. When the values are given, what we should do? Coins you should write down. See, 1 rupee value is 13 means you are getting 13 coins. 1 rupee 50 paise value is 11 means you are getting 22 coins. 7 rupees 25 paise value is 7 rupees means 28 coins you will get. So totally 28 plus 22, 50 plus 13, 63 coins. In 63 coins, how many 50 paise coins are there? 22. How many 50 paise coins are there means 22. In what proportion means, according to the problem, the values when they are in the ratio of 13:11:7. For 63 coins, 78 coins, how many 50 pice coins will be? Compared with the 63, the value of 378 will be more. So, more by less into 22. 63 6 times. So, number of 50 pice coins are 132. Okay. So, in general, I think you got an idea how to do the problems related to ratio and proportion. And mixers, don't treat ratio and mixers as separate topics. They both are interlinked. Mixers or alligation, both are same. The difference between ratio and proportion mixers is, in a problem related to ratio and proportion, the ratio or proportion will be given directly or indirectly in the problem.